Yes, ma'am.
All right, great. So Alvira, you can start now.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. It is my absolute honor and privilege to welcome you to the Young Researchers Conference 2025, organized by the Sarojini Naidu Center for Women's Studies, Jamia Millia Islamia, on the occasion of International Women's Day. As we mark the 25th anniversary of SNCWS, this conference stands as a testament to the collective intellectual labor and commitment of scholars engaging with the theme Gender and its Digital Discontents, Decolonial Perspectives from the Global South. Before we begin, we express our deepest gratitude to our patron, Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Mazhar Asif Sir, for his unwavering support in fostering meaningful academic conversations. Now, to commence this inaugural session, I invite Professor Rishad Zedi, Honorary Director of the Sarojini Naidu Center for Women's Studies, to deliver the welcome address. Please, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Alvira. A very good morning to all of you. I'm really happy to welcome you on the occasion of International Women's Day. As we are celebrating this International Women's Day, I'm also happy to report that this year is 25th anniversary of Sarojini Naidu Center for Women's Studies. In these 25 years, the center has faced many challenges, many stumbling blocks, and every time it has emerged stronger and more committed to its goal towards research and working towards gender equity. It has carried forward an extraordinary work in the area of research and outreach. In fact, today, Center is engaged in its three-pronged program. We carry out cutting-edge research in areas relevant to women's studies. We also conduct gender sensitization programs for students, staff, and community. Not only this, the center also collaborates with government organizations, NGOs, and other bodies in order to conduct workshops for students, staff, and the larger community. Now we are working towards one more goal, which is to create a resource center in keeping with the mandate of the NEP towards creating learning avenues in Indian languages. So we are trying to create resources, especially reading material for feminist research uh, uh, by translating important documents and papers into Hindi and Urdu and making it available open access. So we are committed to this, and all of us, all my colleagues, are working towards this goal. The center also has a journal which is very prestigious called Women's Link. We receive contributions from across the world for this journal. So we are very happy to report that the next issue is also in line. Um, this two-day international conference, Young Researchers Conference on gender and its digital discontent is another feather in Center's cap. Um, in this day and age, when we are faced with challenges thrown by algorithmic biases, which are shaping all our ways of thinking and being, I don't know if there could be any better way to celebrate International Women's Day than by engaging with these challenges in an at an intellectual level through a young researchers conference. Um, when we began planning for this conference, when I had a meeting with our young researchers, uh, we did not know that the conference will go on to take this level, this magnitude. I received a proposal from three young researchers, which seemed to me a doable proposal with some revisions. And that is how we began with a very modest plan of national conference. But as we went along, it just grew larger and larger. We received 300 abstracts from across the world. And I'm delighted to report that we received abstracts not only from India, but also from countries like Sri Lanka, Kenya, and so many, Senegal, and so many African countries. And in this 2 day conference, we have 61 papers, 5 keynote speakers, and 2 plenaries. So we look forward to a very exciting, 2 day engagement. I am very grateful to our Vice Chancellor, who has always supported us in everything that we have wanted to do in all our aspirations. I'm really grateful to you, Professor Mazhar Asif, for gracing us on this occasion, especially because today is International Women's Day. And I'm also grateful to the Registrar, Professor Mehtab Alam Rizvi, and his office, who have always been there supporting us and extending all help possible. So thanks to the office of the registrar, office of the vice chancellor, also the office of Sarojini Naidu Center for Women's Studies, my wonderful colleagues who are here, and my research scholars who have so enthusiastically come forward to participate and create this conference, make this conference possible. Actually, this conference wouldn't have been possible without their effort and their support. And then to my wonderful co-organizers, Chaitali, Farana, and Alvira, great going. Thank you so much for coming forward and taking this leap. We hope that we succeed in this endeavor, and other researchers will come forward and do more such conferences in future. Thank you, and I welcome you all. I welcome all the audience, all the paper presenters, and thank you, sir, once again for being here.
Thank you, Professor Zaidi, for your inspiring words that set the tone for this conference. Next, to introduce the core ideas and intellectual vision of this conference, I invite Ms. Chaitali Pant, research scholar, to present the concept note.
Thank you, Elvira. Thank you, everybody. Good morning to one and all present here. Good morning, Honorable Vice Chancellor, esteemed scholars, colleagues, and participants. As scholars like Safia Umuja Nobel and Ruha Benjamin have highlighted, digital technologies are not neutral. They reflect and reinforce existing social hierarchies. Algorithmic biases, data colonialism, and privatization of digital spaces continue to marginalize already vulnerable communities. In this rapidly evolving digital age, it is imperative to ask, how do gender, technology, and power intersect in the digital realm? Whose voices are amplified and whose remain marginalized? And how can we reimagine digital infrastructures to be more inclusive, equitable, and just? The digital revolution has brought with it both possibilities and challenges. While online platforms offer spaces for empowerment, visibility, and activism, they also embed structural inequalities. From algorithmic biases that reinforce gendered hierarchies to online violence that disproportionately targets marginalized communities, the digital world is far from neutral. This conference seeks to engage with these urgent questions by foregrounding perspectives from the global south. Our discussions will delve into critical subthemes including cyberfeminism, digital labor, the politics of datafication, algorithmic inequities, online violence, and feminist decolonial interventions. We hope to not only critique the present, but also reimagine radical alternatives that challenge oppressive digital structures and advocate for transformative change. With scholars joining us from diverse disciplines, including gender studies, media studies, fashion technology, IT industry, political science, AI professionals, and technology, this conference aims to be a space of rich interdisciplinary exchange. Our keynote speakers and plenary discussions will bring crucial insights into these themes, including digital ethnography as a woman researcher, digital resistance, and reimagination in building Pan African solidarities, and the lived realities of gendered labor in gendered economies. These conversations will provide critical perspectives on how digital technologies shape gendered experiences while also highlighting pathways of resistance and reimagination. Thank you.
Thank you, Chaitali, for the overview of the conference's objectives and themes. It is now our privilege to invite Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Mazhar Asif Sir to deliver the inaugural address. Professor Mazhar Asif Sir is a renowned scholar and professor of Persian at Jawaharlal Nehru University and has been a recipient of President Medal Afghanistan 2019, felicitated by the Prime Minister of India 1993, Mithila Ratna Samman 2011, and Certificate of
Tha-
Recognition by Jawaharlal
Thank
Memorial.
you, thank you, Alvira. Thank you very much
Thank you, sir.
for this introduction. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم فلا تقل لهما أف ولا تنهرهما إنهما قولا كريما. Dear faculty members, distinguished scholars, young researchers, and esteemed guests, and my dear beautiful sisters sitting in front of me, Namaste, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. On this very auspicious occasion of International Women's Day, I, on behalf of the entire Jamia Biradari, give my good wishes to all of you. Our culture, our religion are both for emancipation of women. As we gather here today to celebrate International Women's Day, I extend my hearty congratulations to the Sarojini Naidu Center for Women's Study for curating his this time young research conference that engage one of the most pressing issue of our time, gender and its digital discontent. The colonial perspective from the global south. This year conference is particularly significant as the Sarojini Naidu Center for Women's Studies marks its 25th anniversary, a quarter century for academic excellence and unwavering commitment to gender justice. I am delighted to see that the center has continuously expanded its research horizon, shaping progressive gender discourses. This conference stands as a testament to the center rigorous approach, resilience, and vision, and I offer my sincere congratulations to them of young scholars and the researchers at Sarojini Naidu Center for Women's Study for their remarkable contribution to this journey. International Women's Day is a moment for reflection, a time to acknowledge the progress made in the pursuit of gender justice and to confront the challenges that still lie ahead. While the digital age brings unprecedented opportunities for empowerment, it also aggravates existing inequalities. This conference offers a vital platform for critically engaging with the gender dynamics of digital technologies and their socio-political ramification, especially with the context of Global South. Jamia Millia Islamia has a historic legacy of advancing women's education and empowerment. From its very foundation, women have played an integral role in the university development. Over the years, Jamia has nurtured remarkable women scholars and professionals who have made substantial contributions across a wide range of fields. As a Vice Chancellor of this esteemed institution, I remain deeply committed to the empowerment of women and Nari Shakti. My focus has been to create equal opportunity for women in the university. The current fates of Jamia administration reflect this young commitment. The theme of this conference, such as the digital divide, data colonialism, and online gender-based violence, are not abstract concepts. These are real issues that impact life, often reinforcing existing power structure and inequalities. As you engage in this deliberation over the next 2 days, I encourage each of you to approach this discussion with critical thinking and intellectual curiosity. Let your conversation lead to tangible action, helping to pave the way for gender justice in both digital and non-digital spaces. You see, when we talk the women empowerment, it should begin from our own home, from our houses. I always believe that as much as you acquire knowledge, so much so you are hypocrite. We give a big lecture on women emancipation, women rights, and Nari Shakti, but the same behavior we could not do at our home place. And let me give you an example. We have daughters and sons. When our daughter goes out, we give 1,000 lists. ये नहीं करना है, वो नहीं करना है, यहाँ बैठना है, वहाँ बैठना है. But unfortunately, the same instruction we do not give to our boys. Same instruction, same counseling we do not do our boys कि ऐसा मत करो, ऐसा मत करो, ऐसा नहीं करना है, वैसा नहीं करना है. So let us today and this International Women's Day, we take a please that the same behavior we also do at our home place. Thus now I recited some couplet from the Holy Quran. You see, if you look at the religion is a science, is not dogma and the radicalism. What the Quran says, فَلَا تَقُلْ لَهُمَا أُفٍّ وَلَا تَنْهَرْهُمَا إِنَّهُمَا قَوْلًا كَرِيمًا. Yani you have to address your parents with all kind of love and affection. Here, it does not mean that only my parents. Every parents is included in this ayat. Then it is said in the Islam that the paradise is under the feet of a mother. It does not say that my mother. Paradise is under the feet of every mother, and every girl is a future mother. So every daughter's mothers must be respected. Fala takullahuma uffi, and must be addressed with the kindness. You see, when we talk about the mother, when we talk about the sister, when we talk about our aunts, we have to make equal treatment to both of them. In our Indian culture, every power is in the hand of women. If you talk about the knowledge is in the hand of Saraswati. If we talk about the power is in the hand of Parvati. When we talk about the wealth, it is in the hand of Lakshmi. The same case is with the Islam. In Islam, it is very, very empathetically said that you have to behave properly with women. Women and male are the wheel of a vehicle. When our Prophet Muhammad and when our Hazrat Fatimatu Zahra sometime came to our Prophet Muhammad house, you can imagine that he was a prophet. He stood in the respect of his own daughter. So you see the respect of women both in the Indian culture and in the Islam and any other religion. But what is our problem? Our problem is that we read religious scripture, but we do not apply in our life. The same things must be applied when we are treating our daughters. Every daughter is a daughter. Every mother is a mother. And what I always said that woman is a janani of this earth. Woman, if there is no woman, You cannot imagine existence of this earth. The existence of this earth is based of the existence of women. What our Hazrat Ali has said very empathetically, he has emphasized that if a male does not behave properly with a female, he should not be said इंसान. He cannot be a human being. ये जानवर ही कर सकता है जो किसी वुमेन के साथ जो है रिस्पेक्ट ना करे. But my dear students, that cannot be taught in the classroom, that cannot be taught in the library, that must be initiated at our home. Then, once again, my warmest congratulations to the Sarojini Naidu Center for Women's Study on reaching its 25th year of fifth year milestone. I commend my sister, Professor Nisa Zaidi, and our organizing team for their dedication and hard working bringing this conference to life. To all the participants, I urge you to share your valuable insights and experiences here, contributing to the sharing of the future discourse on gender and the digital world. Let us today please that we will have to respect our mother, will have to respect our daughters, will have to respect our sister, our aunt. Where there is a female, there is a existence of God. Where there is a female, you can imagine that the God is so beautiful that he created such a beautiful thing on this earth. So with these few words, with great pleasure, I now declare the Young Research Conference 2025 officially open. Thank you very much for inviting me, and all the duas and prayer are for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your enlightening words and for inaugurating the conference with your vision. To formally express our gratitude, I now invite Ms. Farhana.
Thank you so much, Alvira. Good morning to all. As we conclude this inaugural session, it is my honor and privilege to extend a heartfelt vote of thanks on behalf of the Sarojini Naidu Center for Women's Studies, Jamia Millia Islamia. First and foremost, our greatest gratitude to Honorable Vice Chancellor Professor Masar Asif Sir for his unwavering support and for gracing this occasion with his insightful inaugural address. A sincere thank you to the Vice Chancellor's Office for their constant encouragement and facilitation in making this conference possible. Our heartfelt gratitude to our esteemed co patron, the Registrar, and the Office of the Registrar, whose support has been instrumental in bringing this event to life. We are truly grateful to our director and chair, Professor Nishad Zaidi, whose leadership and vision continue to guide feminist and interdisciplinary scholarship at Sarojini Naidu Center for Women's Studies. A deep appreciation to the distinguished faculty members at SNCWS, whose commitment and dedication enrich the academic environment of our center. Our warm thanks to the research scholars, presenters from across the globe, and the entire academic community who have joined us today, bringing with them a wealth of knowledge, perspectives, and critical insights that will shape the conversation over the next 2 days. Finally, a heartfelt thank you to the entire organizing team, the technical support team, and the office staff of SNCWS who have ensured the smooth execution of this event. With that, I once again express my deepest gratitude to each one of you. We look forward to the enriching discussion and engagement that this conference promises. Thank you so much, everyone.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Professor Asif, for joining. I mean, sir, I really can't thank you enough for your graciousness and for your support. I mean, I don't have words. Thank you so much.
I am always with you. I am always with my dear sisters. I am always with my research scholars. I want that each and every person of this universities must be respected.
Thank
So
you, sir. Thank you.
thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. They say well begun is half done. we planned this session from 9:30 to 10, and we are very happy that we started on time and we are finishing the session on time. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
All the best. All the best.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So now we can seamlessly move towards the next session, and I request the chair and the speaker and the rapporteurs to come forward, and I request Shubhangi to make them co-hosts. Thank you all colleagues. I mean, thank you so much. I almost insisted that you must switch on your video because I wanted, a picture with all the colleagues. So I'm so glad that you could make it. Thank you. Good morning, Professor Meena.
Hi, morning.
Hi, morning. Shubhangi, can you pin Professor Meena Pillai so that we can see her bigger on the screen?
I don't know whether I want to see myself bigger.
Doesn't matter. We want to see you. Yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
I would request the recording to be switched off.
I think it has already been, it's still on.
It's still on.
No, I had informed